Nestled in the northwest corner of Washington, D.C., rests Dumbarton Oaks Park, a 27-acre estate gifted to the people of the United States by Robert and Mildred Bliss. Donated to the National Park Service in 1940, the park has withstood the forces of time and nature thanks to the generous support of community members who have worked tirelessly to revive and maintain the park's natural beauty. Strolling through the historic trails that make up the park reveal forgotten pieces of history essential to the character of Dumbarton Oaks. From the historic beech grove that greets visitors upon entrance, the laurel leaf pools that Farron meticulously designed, to Forsythia Gate that denotes the formal from the wild gardens, one comes to realize that the true beauty of Dumbarton Oaks lies beneath the soil and roots, and instead onto the storied and humbled origins that made the park a park. The story of Dumbarton Oaks Park starts here with Beatrix Farron, America's first professional female landscape architect. Hired in 1921 by Robert and Mildred Bliss, Farron was commissioned to design a mix of formal and informal terrace garden rooms on the Blisses' Dumbarton Oaks estate, and was fully completed in 1932. It is thought to be Farron's crowning achievement. The entire Dumbarton Oaks garden estate can be cleaved into two parts: the formal gardens, which entails the front-facing garden elements such as the arbor terrace and lover's lane pool, and the wild garden, which encompass the entirety of the woodland landscape surrounding the Blisses' estate. In 1940, the Blisses generously donated their formal gardens and mansion to Harvard University, and subsequently gifted the wild gardens to the people of the United States under the supervision of the National Park Service. This donation, which preceded Stuart Udall's call for the next generation of outdoor philanthropists, served as a benchmark for the future of conservation, and even functioned as the backdrop for Udall's public lobbying of the Wilderness Act. The donation to the National Park Service, which coincided with both the Great Depression and World War II, led to drastic deterioration of Farron's design. Only one gardener assigned to the park, coupled with changes to the landscape, all contributed to a decline in the park's aesthetic image. Efforts in the 1990s and the early 2000s seek to revitalize the park, but nothing was done to truly address fundamental issues of stormwater management, water drainage, erosion, and invasive plant growth. It wasn't until 2010 when Dumbarton Oaks Park Conservancy was established to formally address these underlying issues paramount to the health of the park. Since then, work has been done to return much of the Farron-era elements and structures that have been lost over time. This has included the Stream Valley Project, the Meadows Project, invasive plant removal, and the Signature Project, which in collaboration with the National Park Foundation, Rock Creek Park, and the National Trust for Historic Preservation, restored the historic Beech Grove and Bridge Hollow areas in the park. The park has changed since its creation over 80 years ago, and work is still ongoing to polish up this hidden gem. Since the Conservancy's modest inception in 2010, over 100,000 volunteer hours have been accumulated to restore this historic landscape. The revival of the park illustrates the power of community organizing and effort, and serves as a testament to what the park means to the people who call it theirs. Thanks to this unrelenting support from community members and organizations, the Conservancy is able to restore the park back to Beatrix Farron's original design and to maintain it for future generations.